Help me here, please, because I've got a bit of a blind spot, and I want to say a few things here. And I guess there's another side where you'd say those people have freedom of speech, which they don't, or you'd say that those people have mental health issues, which maybe they do, and that it is incumbent upon our society to deal with their mental health issues. Okay, you want to say that? Let me tell you what I want to say. I don't care one bit about what the situation is with the people who are making the threats on Lance McCullers' children. I don't care. None of it will be instructive to me or inform my opinion any differently than it is right now. When these people are found, and believe me, they get found. I've had many death threats in my career when I was running the Marlins. We would call our residential security advisor, Big John. Big John would then speak to the Department of Investigations within Major League Baseball. We would alert the police, and the people who would hide behind their keyboard, you'd be found really fast. Then there'd be a decision whether we wanted to go after that person, whether we want to arrest that person, whether we want to just give a stern talking to that person, or whether we want to just disable all of that person's ability to communicate and then, and I don't mean physically, I mean technologically, and then see if it goes away. See how credible the threat is. That's when it's against me. I never had a situation where my 3 children were threatened, because if I did, I can assure you it would have gone differently. And I'm not saying it would have gone full Michael Douglas. What I am saying is that I would have made sure that those people were prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I would have fought to my dying day, not just to identify them, but to arrest them and have them lose whatever freedoms they currently have. Because I get the business of sports. We are sponsored and we are partners with DraftKings. I get it. That is part of our sports ecosystem now, the gambling on the games. It's why you've got a league, Major League Baseball, along with the NFL, NHL, NBA. They work so hard to protect and preserve the integrity of the game in order for the results to be fair, in order for you to feel that you can either be a fan or an investor in the game, because that's what it is when you gamble on the game. You're investing in that game with your money, that you can do it on a level playing field. And it's not like playing the stock market where you never know when tariffs are going to be announced or not announced, or paused or not paused. The integrity on the field is making sure there is fairness. Do you know what DraftKings can't do? Or me as president of a team? Do you know what I can't do? I can't make sure that I get a good start from Lance McCullers every time, or a good start from Paul Skeens, or a good start from Sandy Alcantara. I can't. I can put the best possible players that I have, and then a line is made for a game, and then sometimes things just happen. Sometimes you lose 21-0 and then win the next day. Sometimes you have a pitcher who can give up 1 run in 8 innings, and sometimes they're knocked out in the second inning, having given up 7 runs. This is part of the game. Sometimes you shoot 3 for 10 from 3, 2 for 18 from 3, and sometimes you win a game on a 3, shooting over 50%. That is the game. That is the business. That is what we love and what we crave, what we're addicted to. In what world do we think it's okay for anyone to threaten Lance McCullers' kids? What world? Because of a bad start? I'm sorry. Tell me what he would have to do to have it merited a threat against his kids. Is it 2 bad starts in a row? 30 bad starts? Is it someone who hits below 200 for an entire season? Let me advise you what the answer is, because normally I ask the question and let the audience decide, because I respect you enough. Not in this case. Not that I don't respect you, but I know you all have the answer. There is no scenario. There is no lack of performance. There is no bad beats. There is nothing that can happen on a field where children get threatened to be stabbed. I can only assume that the Houston Police Department and MLB security are working to remove the freedom of the people who did this, regardless of age. Joe Espada had to protect his player. He had to talk about this. He had to admit how unfortunate it is to have to deal with this. He had to acknowledge that Lance McCullers hadn't pitched in 2.5 years and that it's going to take a little bit of time to get him going, and that's fine. Well, here's the thing, and Joe Espada knows it. It doesn't matter how much time you've missed. It doesn't matter how bad your performance is. Under no scenario, none. Stop